Welcome to Denton, Texas, home of the North Texas Mean Green, and the fans have been waiting since early this morning for the clash we have in store. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here. You know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the UNLV Rebels, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the North Texas Mean Green. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. North Texas will kick it off to get this game underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nothing wrong with a touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the single back. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
Got his man on the right. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the first down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They want to throw it. That's caught. It's Thompson. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Here's the handoff. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Leaves it with the running back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
Third down coming.
They're setting the tone on this opening drive. 10th play coming here on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
Back to pass, it's Emmanuel. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Rebels. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was...
Afterburners coming. The 40. Running inside the 20. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, North Texas. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that, that quickly chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are...
Can anyone catch it? And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
The run to the left. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. They'll try to pick up the first. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal, so it's not a guaranteed make. or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the first down. Nice job by the offense.
Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the tackle. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, going up top. He's right on target. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking to throw, it's Emmanuel. Working that left side now. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snatches it on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go. The football had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Mean Green. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
He'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Touchdown, North Texas. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll try it over the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
He was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for him.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that 1st down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the right. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. At the 40, there he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Runs through a tackle. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. They're trying to get to it. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I count?
Into the house. Touchdown, UNLV.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's Coleman. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Hauls it in. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This offense has become a 1st down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Emmanuel. Dances away. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the gun, looking for a man. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Mean Green. And they've made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has more of a cushion going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will boot it away to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Extending the play. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
And that's a really good job by the defense, reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but he didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. It's complete on the right side. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll give it to the back. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Ruled out of bounds at the 20. Third down coming.
A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about about the linebacker right there. They make calls and they play in coverage, but if you're a linebacker, you better be physical, and that dude came downhill. Somebody might want to block him up front, Palmer. Downhill and laid the lumber.
Yeah, they definitely weren't able to chip up and get...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, UNLV!
Touchdown.
Lining up to add another.
Number 31 in the end zone.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Texas, 28. UNLV, 21.
Coming out with it, it's Coleman. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return.
Texas Mean Green will take over first and 10.
North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
On the play.
The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Looking downfield, it's Emmanuel. Makes the catch. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Shotgun snap on third down. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
They'll leave it with him. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll get rid of it. Complete downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
They'll run it from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Looking for a huge play. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Now,
Great job by the DB covering deep. Listen, you always say deep to shallow, deep to shallow. Don't give up the big play. Great job by the DBs, seeing the football, going and breaking on it, and make sure the wide receiver doesn't make a big play.
That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. This should be the last play of the quarter. Power football with the run. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, North Texas 28, UNLV 21.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The play action fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. He'll try to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. North Texas takes possession. The Mean Green offense will return to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Got it set up on the outside. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chip.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. They were trying to set up a screen. Instead, what they got was their quarterback putting paper in plastic and sack.
But how about the speed on defense with that rush, getting to the QB so quickly? You're not expecting to get home on a screenplay like that, but, man, the old saying, speed kills, and you saw it right there.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quarterback will audible. To the air, it's Emmanuel. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, North Texas!
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time. This is going to be a touchdown. That's exactly what happened.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Temple is getting dominated today, and you know, the folks in Philly deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 31 to UTSA. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He lofts one down the sideline. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's brought down, and his defense gets the ball back for its own. North Texas sends the offense back onto the field. Looking to move it through the air. He's got his man. Across the 25, he's got room. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the fourth quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's caught. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback keeper. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Mean Green. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away.
21.
And he's going to run it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way...
And he throws another interception. They didn't give him much on the return, but they were in prime scoring position at the 22.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. North Texas doing business from the red zone. To throw, it's Emmanuel. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. Off play action. Quarterback adapted. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Makes the grab. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Rebels moving quickly to the line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you.
Lofts one high and deep. Got it inside the 10. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. on the option. He'll toss it. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. He wants to throw it. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on first down. Floating away. Firing to the right, complete. Great move. Now he's got room. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Had to throw it before he wanted. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Line getting set on second down. Let's go. And you want that clock to run. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Quarterback keeps it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. The field goal is no good. And after the miss, fellas, still sitting on an 18-point lead.
UNLV 27.
Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. He wants to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And it's picked off. Looking for more room. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. He finds his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that before.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Deep shot for the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team.